My name is Josh Luxenberg. I am a theater curator here at the Tank. What I love about the Tank is that it fills a gap in the New York arts scene where it's very difficult often for young and emerging artists to find space to work. And as someone who's been part of that scene for a couple of years now, I know that it's very hard for people like me and for people who are a bit younger than me to find space. There's sort of a lower echelon that's always just a little bit out of reach, and it's impossible to do art without having a place to do it. And so I think it's really important that the Tank provide a space for artists who are at that level to practice and to do so in front of an audience that's really appreciative of the work that they're doing. I am a theater curator, and so I have two programs that I focus on. One is Puppet Playlist, which is a quarterly evening of music and puppetry, original puppetry, and we've been doing that since 2009, so for about 4.5 years now. And the other is a theater series called Flint and Tinder, and Flint and Tinder is a 5-show season that happens over the course of September through June, and it is physical theater, devised work, clowning, puppetry. The Tank community is, I would describe it as made up of a bunch of different groups. We have our audience, our artists, and our curators, and that community, what's wonderful about that community is how much overlap there is and how much diversity there is within that community. There's a huge chance for cross-pollination between both the different groups and the different art forms, and I think what's so wonderful about that is that's where you start to see stuff that's really new, is this sort of environment where things can cross-pollinate. We are in the process of building our next Flint and Tinder season right now, and that will start in the fall. And for Puppet Playlist, every different Puppet Playlist has a theme, and it's voted on by the audience of the previous show 3 months prior. So our next theme is, they're all musically themed, and the next one is Sgt. Pepper, the album from beginning to end. We've never done one album, so we thought that would be fun to do. I'm very focused on what we can offer artists beyond what we already do. I think that the more that we can take off the plate of the artists so that they can focus on making the thing that they're making, the better. What I would say to anyone who's newly arrived in New York is, first off, that the Tank is an incredibly welcoming community, that the people here are very open to bringing new people into the fold, and there's a chance to dive in without having the entire weight of say a whole theater production on your shoulders, which is a huge operation that can involve, you know, many people and a huge budget, obviously not at 19, but there's a certain amount of support that's needed. And what's nice about the Tank is there's a chance to sort of test the waters or just to dive in wholeheartedly. And that's I think what's really wonderful about it.